the POS. So what I'll do, I'll log in as admin manager. So people, you need to have your supervisor to log in and create the stocks or empty the stock which you have, or after the stock count there, empty them there, so that once you have done that, you put also the prices. And remember, the prices must be exclusive of VAT, exclusive of VAT, so that the cashiers, their job will be just processing, and they don't have to tamper with the prices, including the stocks. So here I'm logging in as admin manager. So the password can be changed. Okay. For admin manager, you check the password which we change, which we sent you there. Okay. You should be able to see it. For security purpose, I won't disclose the password here. I will just key it in because you have it already. Yeah, but you can easily change it. So I'll enter there. So it takes me straight to the main menu there. Okay. So once I get there now, the first thing which I need to do is to ensure that I insert or empty the gadget serial number. Okay, so in my case, the gadget serial number is 100 1000 1829. That's the gadget which I'm using. So please enter your serial number of the gadget. You check your gadget, the EST gadget at the back. It has a serial number here. That's the serial number which we enter. If you don't enter the serial number here, the EST will never respond. Please enter the serial number of your gadget. You don't enter the serial number of your gadget, the EST gadget will never respond. I think that is understood. After entering the gadget, the serial number of the gadget, you say add here. Okay, then press exit. Then from there, the next thing which you need to do now, you go under security control here. Okay, what do you want to do under security control? You enter your company details here. Okay, so if you check here, there is a small one here. Okay, you select that one there and enter the name of your company. So in my case, I'll enter Nector Prime Accounting Solutions. So physical address, I'll say Cairo Road, Findeco House, 7th floor, yeah, room 8, yeah. Okay, then in town, I'll put my town, which is Lusaka. T-pin, I'll put my T-pin as given by ZRI. You put the T-pin which we are given by ZRI. So in my case, my T-pin is 100 262 okay, 262, then 366, like that. That is my T-pin. Then the country, I'll say Zambia. Because I'm in Zambia, so I'll say, then after doing that, after putting all the company details, I'll say update. Okay, then I'll see that message. Then it means that my details is updated. I'll say okay. Then close this form. Okay, I'll close this form here. Okay, it takes slightly a bit of time, but anyway, it's closing there. All right. Oh, unfortunately, it has logged me out. I'll have to log in again, no problem. Yeah, it has done very well, so that you see what happens from there. Yeah, I'll log in. Now, since I've already processed the T-pin, I've already put the gadget there. The only thing which I need to do is to go there and empty the stock codes and the stocks, if there are any stocks which I have as opening stock. Okay, I'll show you. It's very simple. Okay, then from there, I'll put the prices. Then you will start processing. Yeah, so it takes a bit of time to get in there. But anyway, I'll get in very soon. I'll show you what is supposed to happen now. Right? So The same, if you remember when we just logged in, first we simply signed in, and we are going to sign in as well once the signing screen comes in. So we haven't yet finished. We have only processed the company details and the serial gadget serial number, which we have already input here. So the next thing which I have to do is to go there, log in as again admin there, though it's not supposed to log you out. Yeah, once you log in. Yeah. So I'll put my password there. Here you select COM4. Okay, that's the default which you have selected here. Then here, main warehouse, which is stores. Okay, so I'll enter there. Once it gives me the main menu there, the next thing which I have to do now is to go straight and create under inventory here. Okay, and create the stock codes as per my supermarket or whatever it is. So now there are already some codes which are there, but since you are not familiar with this, I'm going to create my own. Okay, so here let me say we are selling some Coca-Cola here. Okay, okay, let me say not Coca-Cola. Yeah, just juice. Okay, juice, juice drink. Okay, fine. Then now the barcode is up to you to choose. This one can be a stock code. A stock code can be started from 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, and so forth and so on. So in my case, I'm going to use 1000. The next code would be 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005, and so on, like that. Yeah. So this is very important. If you ignore this, your gadget will never sign your invoice. So it's important to always put it there. Now here you attach the warehouse. The warehouse which we are using now is the main stores. Okay. The order level, if you don't want to put the order level, you can just leave it out. That's fine. Okay. Please let me explain. You put here where is the product name, the name of the product. The product or barcode is very essential. Please always put the product or barcode which you are assigning your stock. So in my case, I've assigned the barcode to the barcode of 1002 juice drink. Okay, so you simply add here. All right. So after adding here, it means that now I'm ready to put in now to attach the selling price, which is before VAT. Where do you put it? Where do you attach the selling price? You go under sales module, here sales. Okay, you go under new prices here, right? So now here, I'm going to look for my product which I've created, which is juice drink. So if they are main, you just type in juice, it comes in there. Then it simply tab. Okay. So now, excuse me. The tax class, these are the classes which are given by ZRI. Tax class A, it means that these are standard rate. Okay, 16%. Tax class B, these are MTV, okay, inclusive of 16%. Okay, C1, these are for exports, no VAT is involved. C2, these are for privileged person, diplomats who do not pay taxes. Okay, C3, these are for zero rated. Okay, those products which are zero rated, where you don't have to charge, which are at zero anyway, zero VAT. Then D, tax class D, these are exempt, like excise books, there is no VAT. Yeah, medical services, there is no VAT, so we use D. So please master this. Okay, if you are not too sure how to go about this, get a guide from ZRI, a small booklet which has these classes of VAT tax classes, so that you familiar yourself with them. Okay, normally all standard rates they go at the tax class A. So I'll select A there. Okay. Then here, all you needed to do where it says the price, put the price before VAT. Maybe in this case, the price before VAT for me is 80 kwacha for that juice, a pack of juice. Okay. Then here, as you can see, it says, please note that all the prices exclude the VAT. It's just a warning, nothing else. So if you have done so, you simply say okay and you move on. Then the next step, you will move to sales mode. Don't leave it blank. You select the sales mode here. So as you can see, we have many, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 modes there. I will start with the export mode. Export mode, you select if this product is to be exported. Then you attach export mode. If this product is to be sold to the diplomats, then it means that you have to attach a privilege mode. If this product will be only sold to the ordinary customers, then you use the sales invoice mode. For those who are in tourism industry, those are the people who will be using tourism mode. But in your case, this supermarket or other companies, you don't have to use tourism and insurance. Insurance is for those who are in insurance. Okay. So for example, in this case, if you are going to be exporting a juice drink, okay, it means that now this same juice drinks which is showing there, it means that you select C1 here and attach export. Okay, if you are going to sell to a diplomat, you are going to attach there C2, then here select privilege. Okay, if yeah, so if the product is zero rated, here you attach C3, then again it will still go under sales mode. So in this case, these are standard price. I will select sales mode. Straightforward. If you are not too sure, you can either call us or call ZRI to say what is the meaning of exempt, zero rated, standard price, MTV. All those people will be able to explain to you. If you can't get a proper answer there, you are not too sure, you can still call us at 0977 35 24 01. Okay, so here on the change price, you put the date when you have changed the price, which is for me the date which I've changed the price in this case is today, which is the 15th. Okay, I've amended that price today. Then after that, you simply say add. That's all. After adding, the next thing is you need to put now the stock which you are to sell. Remember, if you want to be tracking also the actual stock which are remaining, you have to put the stock, okay, which are there. Unless if you don't want to do that, you can still sell, but you won't have the stock report. Okay, if you want to have the stock report, ensure that you also input the stock as per your stock count. Where do you put the opening stock? You go under inventory here, okay, then you come under post OP stock, which is opening stock here, okay. Then here you simply say tab on new. Then here you put the date when you are doing it, which is today's date. So here warehouse is main. Remember, we selected main for that juicy drink. So now here, as you can see, there are many stocks there, which I've done. I've done this deliberately for you because you may, if you are running a supermarket, you are going to have so many stocks there, and this is the way how they are going to be appearing. So here, how am I going to find the juicy drink? I'll just type in juicy drink. It comes automatically, then enter there. There it is. Then now, I'll say, my friend, how many have you counted for juice? How many packs are there? If there are 1,200, I'll enter 1,200. Then from the latest invoice which you have, how much did it cost you to buy that pack from wherever you bought it? If that pack was costing 35 kwacha, I'll put 35 kwacha. Now you also check the expiring date. If you want to be running also the expiring date, you can put the expiring date there. So maybe the shelf line is expiring in January 30th. Just type in January 30th and you say tap, 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 tap. That's all. Then say okay. and save. That's all. It's saved. So now, in this case, it means that I only need to post now the approve the openings of which I've created. So I'll come here and oh sorry, maybe you missed this one. I'll say I'll come here and select approve opening stock and select that journal which I created, which is number 3. You see it has calculated already. Then I'll say post here, approve here. Okay, that's all. Now, it means that for my cashier now, they are ready to start selling. So what you do is, at this point, since I've put everything there, switch on the gadget there. Now, when I switch on the gadget, listen very carefully. You are going to hear a small sound like T. Then you know that the gadget is connected. Okay, let's wait for the sound to click. That is the sound which I was talking about. So our gadget is connected. Now, the other thing before you start processing, the gadget must be online. When it's online, connected to your router or the normal internet which you are using there, ensure that all the 3 buttons are green. Like my 3 buttons are now green. So now, since I logged in as an admin, meaning I've already put the stocks and everything for them. So it's time to hand over the processing to the cashiers. So I'll log out here and call my cashiers to say, okay, fine, you come and start processing. Okay, so you double click CA financing, not accounts. Accounting ACDB, that is a database, meaning the data which you are processing is seated there. And we advise that you tell your IT guy to copy this ICA accounts ACDB to a central server. You nominate a computer which will act as a server so that at the end, you link this to the central server. We'll show you how to link that. Yeah, as we are going to the end, we'll show you how to link that. Okay, so each cashier should have let the IT officer copy on CA financing. Okay, on each of the 2 computers or how many computers are there linked to the network. Then they should not have access to accounts ACDB because it will be on the network. If you are not too sure what I'm talking about, before we start processing, let's run through how to do it. So I'm double clicking there. I just want, before we start, we allow our cashiers to start processing. I just want to show you how we link the say financing to accounts ACDB. Okay, yeah. So now to do that, you have to log in as yourself again, admin manager. Admin manager. When you log in as admin manager, you will have all the resources to do anything. Okay, so the purpose of you logging in again here is to know how to link your cashiers to the database which you have put, which your IT officer would have put on the central place where there is a network. So I'm going to do this. Again, log in as admin manager with my admin password here. Log in as main. Then here I will select COM4. Okay, then enter here. All right. Yeah. Okay. Now, once we have the menu there, all you need to do, you go under security control. Under security control, you have what is called the change backend. Yes, that is the one which will allow you now to link this application to the database. You come here where it says change the data holding base. You click there. Then you are going to see a wizard that is going to come here. The wizard will allow you now to follow where the database is so that you go and double click. You see, the database which is seated here on the local machine is this one. Now, if you are going to do that, it means that each person as a cashier will have his own database, which is incorrect. No. all the cashiers must be using one file, which is seated on the network. So how do you go to the network? You come here. Have you seen that there is a network here? Okay. Ensure that all the PCs there, your officer, IT officer, has put them on the network so that they are able to access the database which is on the network. You double click on the network here. Okay. Yeah. Once you double click there, yeah, sorry, in my case, I'm using Wi-Fi there. It takes a bit of time. As you can see, it has brought all the PCs which are on the network. Okay? Yeah. So now, if my database is seated on a Nectar Prime, I'll go there and click here. Okay? Then it takes a bit of time, but it will browse. It will browse. I'm browsing through Nectar Prime as a server there, so that it gives me access to it's, as you can see, to the database which is there. So I'll double click there again, wait for it to give me access. This, remember, this is Wi-Fi, but if you are using a local area network, it's faster. But this one, because this one is using more or less like a radio message, it takes a bit of time. I'll double click again there. All right. So now, if there is any database which I'll put here, let's say desktop. Okay. If I had shared the database here, which I intended that all the users should be posting there, I would have seen it here under desktop there. All I will do now is simply double click the database, then it will start linking. That's all. That's all what you need to do. Now, at the moment, I'm not doing that because I'm simply using the database which is seated on my machine. I wanted to show you that that is the way how you link all the cashiers to one database which you are going to put on the network. You do it like that. That's all. Okay. Yeah. So now, let's allow our cashiers now to start processing now. Okay. Processing is the easiest. You don't need any education to start processing the invoices. Nothing, there is literally nothing that is involved there. The only issue which was there is how to link it to the network, which is an IT issue. So as a cashier, all you needed to do, you'll be given a shortcut. You won't have to go through this, yeah, so that you have the access to the menu there, okay? Once you go to the menu here, okay, we wait, let the menu come. It's very simple. You even see it for yourself. There is literally nothing that is involved here. Okay, these are straightforward things. Yeah, you don't even need to worry. There is not even need to say, no, how am I going to do it? These are straightforward things. Yeah, all you needed to know is to log in here. For example, now let's start with cashier one. Cashier one, then now the cashier one password is already given there. You enter the password which you are given. If you want, you can change it. You can tell the administrator that I want to change the password. There is a facility to change the password there. Select here main stores because that's where your stock is. Then here always COM4, always COM4. Enter. Okay. There we are. So now, in this case, it means that as cashier one, we are ready to process. As you can see, the menu has changed. You have only a few items here, 4 modules which you can use. So now you go to point of sales. Click under point of sales here. Okay. Under point of sales, you select create sales invoice. Okay. You click there. Okay. Then it opens here. Here on new, you don't enter anything. You tab. Always use a tab button. Okay. Then here you select the tax invoice. Right? Yeah. Follow me carefully. Then the date comes automatically, which is today's date. Then tab again. Here you only select the sales mode, because in your case you want to be exporting anything. As you can see, I've selected the sales mode, it goes in there. Then here, the only thing which the last item which you need to do is to select the main stores where your stock is. The CR, DR, that one is used for reverse. I'll show you how you reverse it or pass a credit note. Okay, so now here on the comments, that one is used only for credit note, but we are not passing any credit note. Okay, here customer name If the customer doesn't want to have details, there is no point. The same way they process in a supermarket, they don't ask us about your name, just leave it blank there. Unless the customer insists that I want my name to appear there, then you can simply select it from there, the name will be there. But now in this case, we are okay. In case you are not too sure here, here when you query here, you will see the customer data here, which I'll show you where that data comes from customer details, which is entered there. But as a cashier, you don't even need that. Okay, so now we'll simply tab and come here. So here, this is where you select. You just maybe type in your juice drink. It comes in there. Then you tab. That's all. Then you ask the customer, how many cases are you buying? Maybe they are buying only one. You type in one. That's it. Tab, tab. Then here, you put it to say, okay, the total of view for this is 92 kwacha 18 ways. Maybe you are given 100 kwacha. Type in your 100 kwacha here and enter. Yeah, so that it calculates a change for you. You give that 7 kwacha point 20 way to the customer. Then after that, you just enter again, it goes. Then again, you enter. That's all. You allow it to run to process the double entry and also create an invoice. Then that message comes in, which says data finalization. Please hit the COM open button to send the data to the ESD gadget. That's all. So you simply click OK here. Okay. So now you come here where it says select invoice ESD, so that that invoice which you have created goes to the gadget to be signed. So select it here. As you can see, it's already here. So I will select it. Then open the gadget here. You click here to open the gadget. You see, the gadget is open here. Then I will simply OK. Then you wait for it to sign. It just it takes a few seconds, it will sign. That's all. As you can see, it has already signed. So you simply say OK. And you come here, you see to print the invoice. Okay. You select the new invoice which is printed, which is signed there. So if you are connected to the print, you print it here where it says print your POS receipt. Okay. Now in my case, I'm not connected to the print. I'll just preview it here. Okay. That's all. Yeah, so you will see a preview the way how it looks like. So very soon I'll have, yeah, there it is. This is your POS receipt. Okay, your POS receipt, as you can see, is signed at 12:15.58 seconds. Okay, 12:15.58 seconds. Yeah, the date is there, which is today's date. Everything is there, physical code, everything, and the product. So if you check here, you find that even the the change which you have given is showing here. Okay, the product goes there. Everything goes there, is showing there. All right. So that's it. If the customer loses the invoice, you can reprint it here. Okay, this you just select print here and you reprint it. Though here it will be now showing as copy original tax invoice. That's all. That is it. Nothing else. That's the way how you process your invoice. So if you are processing another one, you go on the same process. Okay, but in an event where sometimes the invoice might not show here, you simply close the form here. Sorry. You can close the form here and reopen it. Then everything will show again. That's all. So at this point, we are done. We have finished the processing of the invoice. How long does it take? It doesn't even take 1 minute, you are done. And once you get used to it, within seconds, you can generate so many invoices. That's all. So there is nothing for me to do. I'll just close it. I've done. So where you remember I was telling I discussed with you to say in an event where the customer might want the data or name to appear, where do you go? Yeah, you simply come here, okay, under customer data. As a cashier, you can enter the customer data here. Okay, so you enter your the customer name here. If you want, you can enter all this. If the customer has a tip-in, enter the tip-in, because they normally want also the buyer tip-in there. But depending to the situation. If the customer doesn't have a tip, you just enter the name there. If a store is necessary, if it's not necessary, just leave it, forget about it. That's all. Okay. Then after entering, for example, what I'm talking about, my name is Christopher. In case you are wondering, Ankwembo. Okay. Right? Yeah. So, where do I stay? Lusaka. Okay. All right. Now, what is my TPIN? My TPIN, remember I told you that my TPIN is 100 262 36 68. That's all. Then just add. Unless you want to add some other data which are there, phone number, province, email, what for me is irrelevant. You simply add it. That's all. So now, suppose now, then you exit here. So now, suppose you want to process now a receipt for me under Christopher. Yeah, you simply go there under create a sales invoice. You come here, tap here, okay. Then tax invoice here. All right. Then here, let's say again sales mode. You select your sales mode, okay, because I'm not a diplomat. So warehouse, you select your warehouse here, okay. Then here, okay, where now it says customer name. When you click there, you find my name. You can select my name there. That's all. Then it brings you here now. You select what I want to buy. Now, suppose this time around, I want to buy again the same juice drink or whatever that product is. Okay, suppose I want to buy that one. I'll simply, maybe here I'm also buying one. That's all. Tap, tap. Here, maybe I've given you 210 kwacha. You just enter there and give me my change of 5 kwacha 38 ingwe. After giving you my change, you say, okay, you enter again. Then here to clear the data there or to have the data converted into an invoice, you enter again. Then you find that the software is running. Wait for it to finish until you see this message. Once this message comes, you simply say, okay. It means that now it has created an invoice which is not yet signed, which you have to send it to the ESD gadget for signing. You just come here, you find that the new invoice has been created. Just select it. After selected it, you click open. Okay? Then you see it opens there. Simply say okay here. Click OK. Then you wait a little bit for the gadget to process that invoice. After it has finished, it will give you a small message to say, please note that the port has closed now. You simply say okay. That's all. Yeah. The invoice is created already. So as you can see, now I've got how many invoices which are in the combo? There are 2. Remember, these invoices, after 24 hours, they will be paid, they will go. So it means that tomorrow, again, you start all over with the new invoices. But these invoices are in your profile. The other cashier who is cashier 2 will not have access to these invoices, will not be able to sign this, will not be able to print this. It's only you as yourself. So if you want to see my invoice, since I'm not connected to the printer, if I was connected to the printer, I'll print it here where it says print POS receipt. Now it's simply preview it here. That's all. Then once it previews there, you find that my name will appear now there. All right, here it is. Have you seen that my name is appearing on the receipt? That's all. And the 5 kwacha which you gave me is showing here. Okay, 5 kwacha 0.38. That's all. Very straightforward. We are done. Nothing else. Yeah. So you can just see after printing. Yeah, you give the receipt to get your money. Yeah, if that is the only thing which we wait for another customer to come, that's all. Then we are done, nothing else. So I'll close here. Thank you so much for watching the software, the POS printing processing. It's done. There is nothing to be done anymore. That's it. Then at the end of the day, you go to your, now we go to the reports. You want to see how much I've sold as admin. So you click on the daily banking, okay? You select today's date, okay? Then again, today's date, because you want to see how much I'm supposed to take it to the bank, okay? Again, there, warehouse, which is the main, then I'll say preview. okay, so that I see how much I'm supposed to hand it to the cashier. Okay, as you can see, cashier 1, you have all these items. So the total amount which you are supposed to hand over is this 297.42. Once you balance off with the cash is equal to that, then you go to the cash to the accountant. They give you a receipt, which also comes from the system. Yeah, that's all. You're done. Nothing else. So, for example, maybe the accountant wanted to know how many sales were created. You just go to sales report, okay? The sales will report there, or analyze the sales by cashiers, okay? So you select maybe today is 15, okay, up to 15, yeah, right, like that. Then from here, you go to main stores where you have put all your stock and everything. So you preview here, see the analysis which is there, okay? So here it analyzes the cashier and the product. At the end, you can see it still remains 297 as cash to be paid to the accountant. But now the only difference here, it will also give you show the total VAT which you are supposed to pay to ZRI. First of all, this is the report which you can put in a PDF so that you don't have to print this because it will be too big for you. Just put it in PDF. You create a PDF each month. You create a report in PDF, file it there. That's all. Whoever wanted to look at the report, you just email it. That's all. You don't have to waste paper to start printing all these things. No, PDF is there for you. That's all. How do you go to PDF? You come here, okay? PDF, then I'll come here and say PDF here. See how I'm going to put it there, okay? Then here, I will say sales report, okay? Okay, I'll say sales report. You just give it a name, sales report anyway. Okay, yeah. So you select the folder where you want it. So me, I'll put it under update here, right? Yeah. Then here, I'll simply say publish. Okay. I'll wait for it to be published there, so that it go from there. I close it off. You can see, yeah. So I'm waiting for it to do the publication and everything. It's already published there, all right? So when I go into that folder, I'll find it there. There's nothing wrong, yeah. So sorry, for my PDF is quite unique. It does all this because it's quite advanced, but at the end, don't worry, you will see the report in PDF. Yeah, but if you have the ordinary PDF, you want to see this. This one is for programming purposes, but now you want to see the report how it looks in PDF. It comes. This now coming. This is PDF, pure PDF now, as you can see. This is my report. It does not change it in any way. So it's pure PDF. If you want, you can email it to whoever wants it. Yeah. And also these are straightforward things. Yeah. Whatever they want to do, yeah. The sales is already analyzed, VAT is already analyzed. That's all. So I'll just close my PDF. I just wanted to show you how it looks like. Yeah. Now there are situations where I want also the accountant might want to, under point of sales, want to analyze the profit margin. You go to profit analysis, then you select the date for today so that you see whether the margin is okay. You click here preview, okay, so that you see how your profit margin is moving on. Okay, as you can see, the average cost, you remember the cost for this item we had to put it 35, and we are saying the selling price is 80 kwacha. So it has subtracted this minus that to give you a gross profit here. Excuse me, and give you a GP here, which is gross profit there. So whatever you are putting there under opening stock and the cost, that's the one which it is going to use as the cost of sales. That's how it is. Straightforward. So at least you know, whenever you are buying, you know, this report tells you whether at the end you end up making a loss or not. For now, this area was not concerning the cashiers, it was only for the accountant, that's all. It's just an extra thing, you close there. So this is where I end. If there are any issues, you can call us, you contact at 0977 35 2401. That's all, yeah. That is the way how it is. This is purely for POS. But what happens in an event where you want to process this using the sales module? The sales module, this one is not meant for supermarket. This one is meant for wholesale. If you are doing wholesale, you can use the sales module. Then this one you have the wholesale invoice, a big invoice comes in there. But I understand most of these will be through POS. If you want to know how the wholesale works, there's another video which we had sent, which is there online, which deals with wholesale. For now, let's end here so that you have more time to go through it. Thank you very much for attending this video. So I will say here, close here, okay? Then end of